Hey guys, Crew Blind With. I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron. We're watching
Flash.
Aaron!
Damn it. We're watching The Flash. This is episode... I don't know what episode this is.
7?
This is the Kevin Smith episode.
How you know that, but you don't know what number we're on?
I don't know. He tweeted that, hey, my episode's coming on.
Spoilers!
It's not spoilers.
It is.
It is not.
His always make me cry.
The one did. The one did.
You only done one?
This is the second.
So 100% of his have made me cry.
Yes, but that's a small sample, all right? That's not a very scientific way of going about testing your hypothesis that Kevin Smith episodes of The Flash make you cry.
He needs to do a Supergirl episode.
He's going to.
Because he was supposed to direct a Superman.
Right? You wanted to!
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We need to quit doing that because people don't understand why we're saying that.
I wanted to!
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one Supergirl too. Anyway, yeah, I enjoyed the last one. It was the last dinosaur. It was cry.
It's with the Speed Force. He did that one.
Yeah.
And the mom was there and people I don't want
Yeah, it's the one where it was
You're
like
ah.
yeah. Like when the first particles exploded in the Big Bang. We were there. When the universe ultimately goes into heat death, we'll be there too.
When you were created in your mom's womb, we were there.
When you were swimming around your dad's ball sack, Barry, I was there. Okay, last time on The Flash, Killer Frost, kind of, maybe.
No, I mean, yeah, there was a Shade episode, right?
Yep.
There was the Frost, like, she didn't come out to everybody, but...
Yep.
Cisco Vibe. Cisco and
He
Vibe.
cybered her.
Cisco and Vibe came together somehow as Cyber.
Speaking of cyber, there is a very cybernetic-looking
Transformer.
Savitar.
Savitar.
I am the god of speed. Which in the comics, apparently, he's the god of motion.
Oh. God of Motion.
And there's a separate character called Godspeed.
I'm not gonna kill you, Godspeed.
Go home and fuck the prom queen. Yeah, that. Also, Alchemy, which like, it was shooting shit. He
was there.
Julian was suspiciously away.
Yeah, he was busy.
With his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wally.
We said it would be two.
Yeah.
On the yeah.
Wally's a cocoon.
Yeah, I bet he's gonna be.
Reverse Flash?
No, but he's gonna be in a yellow suit. Kid Flash! Saviors of the multiverse!
Hope Kevin Smith doesn't see this. I think that's going to be all. Wait, we had a poll last time. Surely we did, because this is one of the current shows.
It was about...
The Flash poll
Flash poll!
was who would win in a fight? Killer Frost or Vibe?
Oh, I said Vibe. I also said what if Vibe was the bad guy there and Killer Frost wasn't?
I would say Vibe too, just because it seemed like Reverb was so much more in control than Killer Frost was. Like Reverb and Killer Frost and Ronnie Deathstorm, they seem like they kind of answered to Reverb. And 36% of our audience said Killer Frost, 63% said Vibe.
Whoa, 3663. Those are numbers that when you flip them are the other number. Did you said?
Yeah. Yep, that's what it is.
Don't those only equal 99%?
They do, but I don't... Well, 63.31%.
Ah!
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's an extra percent in there.
Yeah. Oh, I should look and see what kind of comments we were getting. Crusader says, definitely Vibe. Ice can't freeze vibrations, and his vibrations can break ice, like Cisco did to Killer Frost's ice spear.
Yeah, especially if you're picking up good vibrations.
Skeezy Mike said, I voted.
Thank you, Skeezy Mike.
Skeezy Mike. It's a good name. Flashback 007 said Vibe would win without a problem. In the Vision, he breaks her ice without much of a problem. About the Vision, though, what if it's the other way around, like Aaron said? If it's Cisco who turned evil and not Caitlin.
Someone gave me credit.
They were after all not giving any other context except we are fighting.
Thank you. Person. Flashback.
Subrath Sharma says, this is a tough poll. I want Nita to win, as I want Caitlin to be good. Agent J, one of our sponsors, said Killer Frost all the way. Vibe would also be blinded by beauty. We here at Blind Wave do support blinding anybody in any way, so...
What? Is it a thing we do?
Okay, so that's going to be all for that. If you guys want to enter into one of our polls, you can do so at patreon.com. If you do enter into it, you can leave a comment. We might talk about it. We might talk about it. And might watch this episode, but the one way for do that is to hit the button, so I don't know if we might. Might! Is it here? Hear anything?
This is everything we just saw this. Eric, it's okay. We saw it all this a little bit ago. Cocoon man!
Don't want to hear anything. Don't want
Oh, Dad! It's a transform! Okay, go. Here we go.
Oh, Joe! Ooh!
Go, Joe, go!
Hit the air. Shoot the air.
Oh, shit.
Where's this? He's going between universes, I think.
Or Earths.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit!
Run, Barry, run! Oh, jeez, he's so fast.
He's like the Flash for regular people.
Yeah.
For Flash.
He just got broken ribs. Killer Shark needs to jump out there and eat him.
It'd be so great if that happened.
Jeez.
I can teleport.
I can't see it.
Frosted.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Sub-Zero wins.
He's gonna vibrate out of that.
What's this guy? What are you doing? Did nothing.
He ran away? Man.
Well, that was an intro.
This guy's scarier than Zoom.
No.
No.
No, kinda.
Go away.
Go away.
What's she doing there?
It's Wally. She's out of that thing. He's fine.
And he's okay.
What?
Yeah, he's fine.
Huh? Why'd she just lie? She lied.
I mean, if she lied, it'd be obvious, right?
It looked obvious to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
Liar!
she would go there and he'd be like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, but maybe she just needs a couple shit. She's doing some shit.
What is she doing?
What the hell? This came quick.
Yeah, right?
Is it because she helped Barry?
Whoa, what is she doing?
It's like Katara. Oh, Ninja Vanish! She did Ninja Vanish!
Why is she all of a sudden just bad?
Excuse me.
Julian.
Be spatially aware, Julian. You still packing? Oh.
I need you to come with me.
What? What the heck is going on?
To establish the coordinates 6th and Fairmont, all the way down to Gleason. Move.
What?
Move, let's go.
What's...
Detective Patterson. Hey, what's just a minute?
Why is Craig from
in big trouble, Al.
Parkman?
Parkman?
Did he recognize the name?
I don't know.
This is intense,
What am I doing?
right?
Sergeant, we got a location on Albert. Let's move.
So he's like another detective. They could keep him around for a while.
Maybe.
Let someone knock her out.
Dante was alive, healthy and happy until Barry created Flashpoint. When he reset things, that's what killed him. Barry is the reason your brother is dead.
Albert's.
Back.
An icicle.
Stabbing.
Sir, even with the healing abilities, it'll take some...
No! Oh, I went deep. That went deep in his calf. Right here.
Stop!
Here.
Quiet! Look, he's dead!
He was alive. Until you created Flashpoint. Until you did this.
Are we gonna have Vibe fighting Killer Frost?
Makes sense with the last episode.
85 degrees, 35 degrees. Did you see that?
35.
Damn!
Fuck temperatures.
How'd you do that?
Both of my parents are doctors.
Oh, T2.
Believe me when I...
Oh,
He's
shit.
just like Vibe, isn't he?
Really?
Dang it.
This is
What
it.
he vibed, huh?
He's got quite the
What
power
about his
base,
brain
though.
thing?
That's only whenever he did the. Oh, Barry!
Flash.
He wasn't in the vision.
His leg.
Oh! Fuck.
I'm sorry, Caitlin.
That was cold, Flash. But this is colder.
Ooh.
She's taking his heat. How much heat does he have?
Is it worth
Is
it?
it speed? It's probably worth
I didn't want to hurt you.
You're pathetic.
How come he can't help you?
You did this to me.
I just don't get why it makes her
Do you
bad.
have any idea how we can reverse this? How we can get her back? Please, help me.
I just break it open?
Well,
You'll never have to.
Oh, I didn't commit. This quick.
what was that? Oh, Wally, they're getting him out of there. Shoot, stop.
There's an energy surge coming from the cortex. What? Joe! Hey, what are you doing? Stop, you can't come now! I have to.
You don't know shit? You don't have to do shit?
Oh, shit.
Is he goo? Is he just goo?
Wally. Wally.
Chase him?
He has a hurt leg, though. Can you keep up with him?
Like he was all there, Iris.
I shouldn't have cut him out of that thing.
No.
Duh!
What we need right now is a biochemist. No. Can't let you go.
This is quite the risk.
Give her trust to gain trust kind of
Yeah.
thing?
For a smart guy, that was an awfully dumb move.
Like I said, you're free to go.
What's the catch?
You have to kill me.
What is he doing?
No. It's gonna be alright.
You wanna
Because underneath all that cold, you're still you.
I knew she was gonna kill him, but still. She could try. Damn it.
It's okay. I got it. It's okay.
There's a lot of intense scenes in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh. Did he not notice?
Maybe not.
Oh.
Is that Wally?
How fast is he going?
Faster than very good at the beginning.
Okay.
Of course.
At
At
the
the beginning.
beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not his fault, but if he hadn't have tried to fix things, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
All this shit.
Or it may have happened, but it hadn't happened before. Ah, Parkman!
Listen,
Barry Allen, don't you ever work?
thank you.
You're the Flash.
I don't have the foggiest who even kidnapped me at all.
Wow, really?
That was also sudden.
There is one thing you can do for me, mate.
Ah, there we go.
Anything.
Quit.
Ooh.
Tender, you are unfit to be CSI. Barry Allen has no place in law enforcement.
He's not really wrong.
Damn.
Fuck, man.
He's gonna quit. He's not gonna turn her in.
He needs to go work at Star Labs with Cisco and Caitlin. How the hell they make money?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Can I move back in? I don't have money for my apartment anymore.
Damn. Oh, this is where it happened,
Dude,
Aaron.
it's lightning right now. Ooh, what's this?
Julian. Julian. Only together can we bring about my return.
Is he?
Is he?
Golly, it's gonna be.
Become my servant once more.
He is alchemy? There's no red herring here, right?
Alchemy.
Jeez. Okay.
They were just blatant with it, I guess, huh?
He's just,
Like, it can't be. It's too obvious it's him,
way
right?
too obvious. All right. See, I wish I had the feeling of like, oh my gosh, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm just like, oh. Who else could it be?
My oh my god is like, oh my god, they're really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like, they're going that route? The way that we were like, that's too obvious for it to be that, right? They gotta be more clever than that.
I mean, that has to mean that alchemy. I mean, he doesn't know who he is all the time. Because he seemed like he was confused there. But if he was already alchemy before, is he like a vessel, maybe, for alchemy? Like, become my servant once more?
Maybe.
What if it's like a thing that's inhabiting Julian?
I don't know. I mean, it seems so weird that he would be on one side, oh, well, we gotta capture metahumans, we gotta do all this and stuff, and then on the other side's like, well, we gotta create metahumans, we gotta do all this. Like, it seems counterproductive to be the other side of it, like, trying to capture them.
It's gotta be at least a split personality.
I guess.
Especially if he doesn't know where he's trying to get away.
Like, he was trying to run away, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
So it's gotta be split
Or
personality.
was he trying to go to him?
Yeah. Huh.
Alright.
And it changes his accent. Yeah. Okay.
I guess we're going with that.
Could it be a red herring at all? I don't know how.
I mean, I feel like that's so much more obvious than, like, what they did with Prometheus.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he didn't wake up with, like, oh, where'd I get this costume? And this bow?
Yeah.
And these boots? He was just like, I have a cut on my arm. And this.
Yeah.
And no one else knew about the cut. Only the audience. This is just like a whole, like, what's in here?
Well, Savitar said become him once more. We didn't know what happened with alchemy. We didn't see him, like, what if he fucking died? If alchemy died this episode, and then, like, they just transferred to another person.
Mm.
You know, but I don't think so. The Dark Lord Savitar.
The Dark Lord, huh?
Yeah. Who has a vision of
The future.
the future, which
Well, he didn't have a
includes-
vision. He took them to the future, right?
And
He
he-
showed them the future.
They saw Anarchy and Killer Frost beside him.
Anarchy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alchemy.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Cut that
wait,
out.
what?
They saw Alchemy and Killer Frost beside him.
Or at least in the future.
Yeah.
Did they say beside him?
Like,
Or just in
ruling.
that future
I think they
itself.
said like
He said that you were
beside them.
powerful.
Yeah. I thought they said like you will be with them. That's how it came across to me.
Okay.
Well, the one guy, the person they captured, they said that until our master rises. He seems pretty rose.
The Savitar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the one guy said about our Master Rises, right? And the other one said about the Dark Lord Savitar and the future and all that. Like, that's who they're all acolytes except for him, right?
Yeah.
That has to be their master, right? Or is he
He's
still
invisible too to everybody but Barry.
Is he still trying to come to power somehow? Well, and to alchemy. Alchemy saw him.
Yeah. What I'm saying, maybe Savitar's from the future. And no, I don't know.
He's a god, right?
Yeah.
Is he from a time?
Maybe he's not fully in our world yet or something. Like maybe like his avatar is there and his like
Savitar.
presence is there, but why is he not visible to everybody else? And why hasn't he already been risen? If he's already here and he's already that fucking powerful, what's stopping him from doing everything right now?
Yeah, I don't know. Why didn't he just kill the Flash? Why didn't he just do what he wants to do?
Yeah. How would Killer Frost know that Julian could create an algorithm that would
Find the people
do
and
all that
stuff.
stuff? Isn't he a CSI?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's
So
good
is
with
Barry.
computers.
I mean, they're both smart, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, just
Choose
because I
Vulcan.
go to the library doesn't mean I know how to fix a computer. You
Yeah,
know,
but you're not CSI.
CSIs I don't believe have like algorithmic internet database training.
Theirs do.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because Barry can do that, right? They do it all the time. I mean, that's why.
Well, generally Cisco does all that stuff.
Well, Barry used to.
Yeah. It just seems strange to me that it's like, well, I'm gonna take this guy from the police station, and have him do it, not like Cisco, and that she knows he could do it. You know.
Yeah, but he has powers. He
Yeah.
can fight back.
I think the big thing for me this episode, which I loved,
Is that she found alchemy.
well, yeah,
And he's like, here, go to see these guys. They don't know
exactly.
shit.
Well, I was going to say the big thing that keeps me from loving this episode, or should I say understanding this episode, is why does having ice powers make you evil?
Why she just all of a sudden... Yeah, I wrote Killer Frost and I put fast.
Yeah.
Like, it was like just that.
Yeah.
She saved Barry and then immediately left after they got Wally back to lie to Joe to say...
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why that just happened like that.
Like, I mean, this isn't to imply that, like, all metas... I mean, if they're implying that metas, for some fucking reason, you become evil, except for Flash, I mean, they can't be saying that, right? Because that would be denying a whole lot of choices that we've seen metahumans make. Mm-hmm. We know that people are bad because they are bad, not because their powers are bad.
I mean, maybe part of it's just that in her mind that once she gets these powers, she becomes Killer Frost, and Killer Frost is bad, and the only way to stop it is to get rid of her powers.
Why would you think that, though? I mean, I understand that the one from another Earth is like that, but that's that's another person. That's not you.
I get that, but maybe that's what's in her mind. It'd be easy to be like, that's... They had a whole conversation. Remember, the doppelgangers aren't you.
Yeah.
But they've been trying to differentiate that. It's a common, like, misconception in here of, like, you're me. Like, no, I'm not. You know, even Harry was like, I'm not that Harrison Wells.
Yeah.
You know, like, over and over. It happened a lot. It's just... I think it's just that thought of, like, well, she's Killer Frost. If I get these powers, I become Killer Frost. And maybe she was trying to go to extreme measures to try to stop it. But, I mean, she did, like... the Caitlyn part of her.
Sure, no,
I get what you mean though. Why
I understand what you're saying there, and I have to assume that's what we're supposed to think. But doesn't that feel a little flat to you?
No, it seemed really quick and.
Yeah, there's no depth to that character choice. It's just like, well, she's evil. Like, why? I don't know. It's like you have like I can care about a character that's evil. If they like, you know, Game of Thrones does it all the time. I end up rooting for bad guys because they're dynamic and they're interesting, but when you just have like, well, she's bad, eh? Well, why? I don't know, eh? I don't know why I do that. I don't like that.
Like Lex Luthor in Smallville.
Yeah, he had to earn his evilness.
Yeah,
you know,
like he was a good guy, and like you were like you saw like the push between them happening.
Well, with his father and all that stuff.
Yeah, and like with him and Clark, and what was going on, and the father being an influence, and
like I mean, I can think in my head like reasons why Caitlyn would go evil. But none of them are because her powers make her evil.
Yeah.
Like, I think that there's a lot of good reasons she could be mad at Barry. Or desperate to lose the powers and would make her go into conflict. But not because I'm turning evil.
Yeah.
All you're doing is turning into...
It's like you have these powers and you're sick.
Yeah.
That's it? You just gotta have powers and I'm sick?
Like, Barry has met all these speedsters that are bad. It's not that... It's not like Zoom Guy's power, and he was like, now I'm going to be evil. He was a psychotic killer before it happened.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing I talked about in Supergirl. We have Cadmus, who's doing experiments on people, but everyone that they've made as, like, bad people were bad people, and they gave them something. They gave those one guy's guns. Yeah. They gave Metallo or whatever, like, powers.
Yeah, the assassin.
Like, if you took someone like, Mon-El, who maybe is not a bad person, but messed with him and gave him more powers... Would he be a bad person?
I mean, you could corrupt him, but I have to see that corruption for me to just accept it. Yeah. You know?
The mind and the body are separate. Like, okay, so the body's getting powers, but why is it affecting the mind necessarily? And it seemed to just happen.
It just,
well, she had some outbursts of anger, but I saw those initially as, like, frustration because she doesn't want to become what she's afraid of. Right? Like when she slammed the table and everything dies.
No, I get that. Like her whole point is like I want to find alchemy so I don't hurt my friends. And I shall do so by hurting my friends. Like that right there doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I could see it happening in a more natural way. But ultimately, she doesn't want to become this thing because she knows this thing is evil. My problem or my question would be, why is that thing evil? And I don't feel like the show has answered that question. Mm-hmm. It's just evil. Well, my doppelganger had the powers and she became evil. It's like, okay, well, how about I just don't? It's like, we have to. Why? Because I don't love that. So that's my one thing in the episode I don't love. But that's also stemming in the last couple episodes with this whole Killer Frost thing. You know? However, she was damn fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, the power base and imagination, like the finger thing and it growing, like... She had a lot of really cool power.
She did like a breath thing and like made it all foggy and stuff.
Yeah, she did ninja vanish.
Yeah, Like, there was some neat things they did.
I like that stuff. If I could understand why Killer Frost is something that is to be avoided because it's evil, I would have loved this episode a lot more, you know?
I'm also interested on the alchemy side of things, of why they're going that route.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the first episode, we're like, is he alchemy?
I mean, I don't
right?
think we've ever even said, like, he's probably alchemy. I think the first thing we said is, okay, he can't be alchemy because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that would be so obvious.
There's this one new guy on the police force, right? And one new bad guy. So they must be there. There's no way. Like, it's got to be someone we haven't seen. There's someone we saw somewhere before that comes back, and we're like, oh, that makes sense. But no. Like, I think it would have been crazy if it was freaking, what's his name? Firestorm dude. That.
Ronnie?
Yeah, what if it was him?
That would be good.
Right? Like, he came back, Flashpoint, fucked some stuff up. Somehow, like, when he went, psh, like, he didn't, he's there.
And then he's obsessed with changing things back to where they were?
Yeah. Like, wouldn't that be crazy?
And then he comes back, Caitlin loves him, and then he becomes evil, and then she has to lose him again.
Yeah. Like, and then she becomes evil. Yeah. That would work. Like, something like that, that'd be so much more creative, you know? Instead of just like, well, here's one new guy, and here's a new villain. Okay. They're the same person.
All right, if he's alchemy, then Billy Malone is Prometheus.
Oh, fuck.
Arrow spoilers.
Damn it.
I mean,
that's got to be what it is, right?
What it is.
They're like, you know what? We're gonna make it very, very good, but the villains are just very obvious.
All right.
Maybe as we get more into the season, it'll make more sense, and we'll be like, oh, okay, I get this. Or there's some other twist that's gonna come into play, but I don't know.
I mean, we didn't learn about Zoom for a while. We learned Reverse Flash around this time, I suppose.
I think it'd be I guess it's good he never told him he's the Flash.
Yeah, right? Okay. I enjoy, like, mysteries that have mystery to them.
Yeah. Not
just like, here's a question. What do you think the answer is? I'm like, probably this. That's it!
Yeah.
You know, there's no mystery. I didn't earn that revelation, so I don't care. So I don't...
Like, shit, he's the bad guy, what? Yeah. It wasn't like, oh...
So this is really weird, because I love The Flash, I love the actors, I love the characters. All the scenes were fucking tense as shit. Mm-hmm. It was like, I was legitimately scared a couple times. But this, like, I don't know, the writing, I'm just really disappointed in.
The overall story just feels like...
formulaic, uninspired, maybe. I don't want to be mean, but I just... Like, I guess I just, in my head, thought it would be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get you. The Killer Frost and the Alchemy thing, both for me on this episode. Everything else, I think.
I mean, hell, Barry's quitting, you know? Like, if they had ended right there, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know? But then the Alchemy thing, and I'm like, oh, I forgot. He's quitting. He's not going to be a CSI. Which, you know what?
Could that
Julian, when he's not being a crazy psychopathic cult leader, when he's just being regular Julian, if that's such a thing... He's not wrong, I don't feel like, from his point of view. From Iris's point of view, when she's like, no, he's wrong. It's like, he's not wrong, he's also not correct, but because he's only operating with that information.
Yeah, the one side of it.
With that information, he's 100% correct, I think.
I can get that for sure. But I also wonder, maybe, if he's not like a split personality thing, is he getting rid of him because he helps with CSI stuff and leading the police force certain ways, and this gets him away from being able to help anything?
I feel like if they weren't going the split personality or possession or whatever kind of route, if they weren't going with dual layers of Julian, why would they actually show him be unaware of Savitar and wanting to get away, you know?
I mean, was it him getting away, or was he going to him?
It seemed to me like he was like...
Like, was he following the voice?
Didn't Savitar say you cannot run?
I mean, maybe. I guess. But like, Wally went to him, you know? Like, Wally followed. Maybe he was just following the voice.
Yeah, but Wally tried to...
Wally tried to fight it.
He tried to fight it, but he couldn't. And speaking of, he now just has powers.
And he's fast.
Yeah. And
not as fast as Barry, but faster than when Barry started.
And he's okay, I guess. That's another thing, too. I mean, I don't want to be harping on this episode, because I do love The Flash, but Joe's decision to cut him from that cocoon was very stupid. And, like, I didn't feel a difference of Joe would need to wait this out and figure it out, and him being okay with that. Oh, not okay, but, like, him being like, I can't just not do anything, to almost certainly destroying your son more, harming him completely, you know?
He was there when they did the comparison of, like, when they do metamorphosis, it tears down their enzymes and rebuilds them, and we don't know what could be happening in here.
I mean, are they implying that, like, Joe, Joe's like, I just can't do anything, even if it kills him, you know? That's what it kind of felt like to me. Even there, I was like,
Now, I will say, I did like HR saying, like, next time you want to follow your gut,
Yes.
I'll follow it.
That was
and then
good.
he's like, my gut's saying we got to cut him out. And he's like, all right, well, I'll follow your gut.
I was going to say, like, how are we doing with HR, like, in terms of how do you feel he's fitting in the team? Because, I mean, Cisco
He just
doesn't really like
he's
him.
like anti-HR.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the show, Cisco is kind of the heart of, like, a fan. He's the fanboy. He's what we fans look to. For opinion and stuff.
Yeah, like the names and the enemies, like he's always like, oh, look at this.
He's always, referencing things that we love. So we, subconsciously as viewers, we look to Cisco to how we feel about people. That's why we're upset with Barry. That's why we want Caitlin to be okay. And he does not like HR.
No, but I feel like he's growing on me more, though.
He is. I mean,
if I
Tom
feel like
Cavanaugh
he's
grows on
trying so hard, and
Yeah.
Cisco's just like, oh, an idea, not like a solution, just like, what is your
Yeah.
thought?
yeah.
But he usually has like some good thoughts.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know how to do it,
I just don't. I feel like the hole that was left from the other Harry is not being fit with this HR. Even though I like this HR, he's not fitting perfectly for me.
Yeah. Well,
So-
him and Cisco just gelled well once they actually kind of like worked together. But this HR and stuff, we had that last season. Harry and them didn't get along. He
Yeah.
hated him because of,
Yeah.
So maybe he'll grow on him, and maybe they will work well together.
That'd be good.
You
I
know?
need something.
I mean, like you said, he's the idea man.
Yeah.
Like, everything started with an idea, but he just doesn't know the technology side of it, of how to do that.
Yeah.
If Cisco would work with that, most of his ideas they ended up using. He's like, it's a numbers game. How about 3v1? He's like, okay, let's vibe us over there. And then they took care of the guy.
Yeah.
He's like, how did you find Captain Cold? He looked like he had similar stuff. It's like, oh, well, we searched for cold spots in the earth. Oh! He was never wrong.
Yeah.
Cisco was just so anti-HR.
But do you feel like that diminishes Cisco's intellect, that he didn't think, like, how do we search for Killer Frost? I can't think of anything she does, so I'd be able to track. How about her being cold? Oh, yeah. Like, I understand maybe he was
Overthinking things,
or he was distracted.
Yeah,
but
worried about being like, this is a friend.
this is what I said a couple episodes ago. Or does it nerf the rest of the team to have HR give ideas that they should kind of already have? But maybe not. I don't know. Of my problems with this episode, that one's like 11. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm just worried now. Like, I had that whole thought, like the future that they saw.
Yeah.
Which maybe this was the future, maybe not, because they both still have powers. But what if it's Cisco who's bad? And with this whole Dante thing and whatnot, like, what if the Killer Frost is like all just like a, hey, Killer Frost, look, she might be bad, and then they bring it back this way, and now the Dante thing has influenced him, and he's gonna start going darker and.
Well, I was even thinking, like, this week, I was thinking, like, what if, because they keep mentioning Dante, what if Dante was alchemy? Like,
that'd be crazy.
He was removed from this timeline, and he would want things to return, but he's not. We don't think.
Yeah.
What's this Dante's spirit
no
haunting Julian?
No. Like, it's actually Dante, like, writing into the glass and stuff.
Yeah. No,
Well,
but I get you.
With that, though, like, the Dante thing and everything, I liked Iris's, like, little monologue to Barry.
Yes.
Especially about, you don't know the what ifs. You could think about those all day. What if Caitlin did have powers, but they hadn't manifested yet? What if Dante would have died in a car accident? It just hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Like, all those things could have happened, and you just don't know. Maybe they didn't happen in the time when they would have happened in your time, but maybe they were going to happen.
I love that Iris is just, no matter what's happening, completely and utterly supportive. Like, there's not all this shit happening and Barry's crumbling because he's having girl problems, It was not, like, it's not happening.
You were going to say Season 4 of Arrow, weren't you? You were going to say Season 4 of Arrow.
I was, but Arrow's doing awesome. Flash is also good.
Except for Billy Malone.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I didn't like him from episode 1.
Well, that's because apparently he's Prometheus, and we can just pick these out the first episode now.
I did that season 2 of Flash.
Yeah.
From now on, I'm just gonna that guy's gonna be the bad guy this season. I'm just gonna ride it out.
You know what?
So Billy's the bad guy. I'm going with it.
If the revelation of alchemy was better, whatever all the options they could have chosen and done things differently, I probably would like this episode a lot more. Because I generally will forgive smaller things if something awesome really happened.
Yeah, especially like a good ending, like
Yeah.
like it all culminates to what, and then you get to that and you're just like, oh,
Yeah,
instead of what.
I know.
I love what moments.
I love what too.
Like I feel like Supergirl this season has been doing well with their what moments at the end of the episodes,
And doing well with the episodes themselves.
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints really with Supergirl like I did with this episode. And by the way, Flash, I haven't had any complaints the whole season. It's just this one I felt like there was a lot of motivations that did not make sense to me. And it's so important. You know?
Maybe they will make more sense going into the rest of the season.
I certainly hope so.
I mean, there's been times too where like I've watched shows and they just like I don't really get, and then it gets episode 10 out of 20 episodes you're like, oh okay, this is running smoother now. Now I get why these happened.
Yeah.
Which that's fine. If there's like something with alchemy and it makes sense, like that's why this is what's happening. Okay, but for right now, instead of it being like a big reveal and like oh my god really, it's just kind of like, oh really?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that we're just going to be taking a break from all of that stuff too, because we're going right into the crossover next week.
Yeah, which I still don't feel like we have anything really inclinating into what it's going to be. You know what I mean?
So I assume that whatever it is going to be, it's something that kind of happens suddenly.
Yeah, I still don't know what Barry's contacting of LOTs for. Like that little message.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this Barry or a different Barry. If it's a Barry for the crossover, like I mean, they mentioned about the future in this. Is Barry in that future and he's telling him something else, or is it? I don't know what it's for.
I don't know either.
Detective Patterson.
Oh yeah, that was one of the things I completely surprised. I love it. I love the actor. If I didn't know who the actor was, I probably wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have either.
But I'm pretty sure it's Greg Grunberg is how you say his name.
That sounds right.
Anyway, Matt Parkman from Heroes.
Yeah, he was in Force Awakens.
He was a
pilot.
He was the reconnaissance pilot, the scout. He actually found Starkiller Base. He was also the pilot in Lost.
Yes.
That role seems like it could be a recurring character.
I mean,
I would enjoy that. I love that guy.
Yeah, and it's also neat because I don't know if we've seen very many detectives in Flash. There's Detective Joe.
Yeah.
And then there's like the DA and stuff.
Yeah, and the captain.
Yeah, but it'd be
Eddie.
neat to have like he's gone.
Yeah, we didn't know Eddie. I guess.
But it would be neat to have like, dude, did you
get with Iris?
What if Eddie was alchemy somehow?
He's not.
Yeah, but the whole Reverse Flash timeline thing being all weird, maybe, and like Eddie didn't do that, so we like, wouldn't that be crazy? That would have been good. Fuck. But anyway, if we don't have another detective, it'd be neat to have a detective who's kind of anti-meta, while Joe's kind of like, he's not anti-meta, but he, there's good and there's bad.
I mean, Joe's gonna be outnumbered now with Julian / Alchemy, and this new guy that they saw like
anti-meta.
At least Julian doesn't like metas. Alchemy loves him.
Yeah, it's so weird. Why? What's going on? I don't know. But it'd be neat if he was recurring. If he's just gone now, like, whatever, I guess. But
the only thing I really had to talk about is the amazing intro. Fighting Savitar. I forgot all about it, kind of. But they were running at all different places at the same time. In different,
he just...
they call that superposition. It's like subatomic particles that, like, can be, like, in two places at once.
Yeah. He was everywhere. He was all over the city at once.
Yeah.
So I guess we thought that he was going to other dimensions, but he was just like all over the city.
Yeah.
That was
at the same time.
Yeah. He's that.
He's so much faster than Flash.
Faster than Zoom.
Yeah.
Faster than Reverse Flash.
Now, I mean, we would say like, well, Eric, weren't you upset with all the there's more speedsters and they're always constantly better than Flash? I'm like, well, at least this one, when you call him the god of speed and motion, I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, at least it makes sense.
And he's Optimus Prime, Yeah.
If
it was like Julian, he just got struck by lightning just now, and then he did all that shit, I'd be like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Or if it was Wally.
Yeah, the rival is just the bad villain.
He's bad.
Faster than him for some reason.
Yeah, but because that he's so intimidating, he's so big and imposing, fully CG character. I mean, that's pretty risky going with your big bad fully CG.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have to do a lot of screen time, but CW is just doing that, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's been good.
I mean, it doesn't look perfect. But shoot at night like that, and he's kind of lit up and stuff. It looks good.
Looks pretty good. Dude, I like this little, thing that popped out of his wrist, whatever. That was neat.
Like the Predator?
Yeah. Dude, last thing I wanted to say was just that the two Kevin Smith's episodes always have, good, the character moments, the emotion. Seems to be there a lot.
The actors seem to, I don't know if they're trying to impress him or he's pushing them to do it, but it seems like the actors like take it up a notch whenever it's a Kevin Smith episode. To me, it does.
Yeah, it feels so much more intense and like I don't know, like I feel more emotion almost.
Yeah,
you know,
like, even though I didn't enjoy Joe's motivation.
Yeah,
like him there, I was still invested.
Yeah, the writing idea of it, of like why they're doing their things, didn't quite gel, but. You know, like the Iris and Barry scene, like why they're there. I'm like, all right, well, some things don't make sense to me, but the emotion they had there made sense.
Yeah,
and like Joe's hurt of like Wally and stuff, and like I felt the emotion at a lot of times and a lot of intensity, but yeah, as far as the writing though, it just seemed weird.
Yeah, I know. To end our discussion on a high note, though, I really, really, really am attracted to Iris. She also looked good, and like I said, I loved her scene with the support of Barry.
Yeah.
And no relationship shit.
Oh, really?
Like, at the very least, I'd rather have mediocre or predictable this kind of stuff than forced relationship drama. You know?
Just predictable relationship stuff?
No, I mean, I'd rather have...
predictable alchemy?
I'd rather have predictable alchemy than... head-scratching, why are we watching this bullshit relationship drama, you know?
Gotcha.
Melodrama. I like relationship drama. I don't like the melodrama, you know? So I'd rather have that. So I'm glad that, like, Iris is like, you're not thinking about me enough, or something like that. She's supportive. She's there for Barry because Barry needs it. Even though, technically, this is all of his fault, you know? Like, I want to side with Barry when Caitlin accuses him of, like... But he said it. He, like, I shouldn't have went in the house with you, you know?
Yep.
Right after that beautiful girl kissed him.
I'd have followed.
Q&A. Dan fam, what do you think the show is going to do with Wally now? I mean, if I'm going to be predicting stuff and being right, I'm going to say he's going to be too hot-headed. He's going to be kind of Anakin-like to jump into the fray, kind of like how Jesse was.
Mm-hmm.
But with everything that's happening, it might be more terrible. The consequences of him messing up might be worse than Jesse running in too quick.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
Like with Alchemy and Savitar running around. I mean, what did Savitar do to the rival? What would he do to Wally? I mean, does Savitar take speed like Zoom does?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I mean, he just killed the rival.
Like, Alchemy serves Savitar. Alchemy is bringing metahumans over. So that means that Savitar must want metahumans, right? For what purpose? Like, what's making him wait? Why is the god of speed that can do anything he wants at any time now?
And people can't even see him.
Why is he waiting to do anything? He should just have everything he wants. So I don't know.
Colt said, do you think Savitar is a robot or a suit made of the Speed Force?
He seems like... I mean, he calls himself a god. If I take that at face value, then he just looks cool.
He is just a being, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not wearing anything. That's just who he is.
Yeah. But could he be like a... Is there a person in there that's wearing that armor? I guess. Eddie.
Like, that would be a twist, wouldn't it? Like,
Right?
you just think it's a person this whole time? Or a thing? That'd be... I don't know. I think maybe he's just a god and he's just made of this... Like, that's just how he looks. And he just looks that way for, like, aerodynamics and stuff to help him make him fast and stuff, right?
Yeah. See, the one thing, too, that made me think that Julian is... or I thought it was too obvious that Julian would be... Alchemy is that it's Tom Felton. Like, you don't get that actor to come and play just a CSI guy that's in the background, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you offer him a meaty role. Like, Tom Cavanaugh, when they said, we want you to play Dr. Wells. And then he's like, I'll just be the science guy and say weird shit. I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound fun. They're like, okay, but you're actually Reverse Flash. And he's like, 100% doing it, you know?
Yeah.
I would feel it'd probably be the same way with someone like Tom Felton, so...
Like, hey, we want you to come in here and be a CSI guy.
Yeah. Which that makes sense. It just, once again, there's no mystery there.
Andrew the minor villain.
Yeah.
Jeffrey said, hooray, Caitlin and Barry finally kissed.
They did. I'm sure all the shippers there thought that was nice and cute. Or terrible. Melee Hellbot says, who would win in a battle to the death? Earth 2 Killer Frost or current Killer Frost? I think Earth 2 Killer Frost had more control over power, but current Killer Frost, or Caitlin Frost, she seemed to be more versatile.
I don't know. She
did like a lot of cool shit.
She seemed to control it pretty well, though, didn't she?
Yeah, eventually.
She never seemed to accidentally.
But I think maybe the Killer Frost 2 would have just more experience in general, right? Just accept it longer, and she upsets who the evil Killer Frost person is, even though she is Killer Frost.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with our Caitlyn.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with.
I'll go with Killer Frost 2. Speed King says, do you think Caitlyn is right that Barry is the one who made her like this? I have a big problem with writers taking away characters' choice in matters. I mean, Barry did choose to go into the timeline and fuck it up, but Caitlyn had no choice but to become Killer Frost.
Well, the only thing Barry changed was that she has powers.
Yeah.
Whether she got them earlier or later or whatever, but now she has powers. And it's been on her.
Iris did say, like, you don't know that she wouldn't have developed powers eventually.
Yeah, exactly. But the only thing he did was that he gave her powers right now.
Yeah.
Because of changing stuff in the past. So, why is it Barry's fault that she got powers and now she's bad? Why is it not his fault that, hey, you have powers? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's hard for me to talk about, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
If I went back in the past and changed stuff and came back and you had superpowers, would you be mad?
Yeah.
I made you an evil villain. All I did was give you powers, Eric.
DeBob said, which Kevin Smith episode did you like more? It has to be tonight's episode for me. I loved everything Killer Frost. For me, I loved the Runaway Dinosaur more. Before he fucked up the timeline, I thought he was listening to the lesson the Speed Force was teaching him. I loved all that stuff. I loved seeing his mom, Nora.
Well, there was such an emotional moment there of him, like, finally, talking and saying
and Iris reaching out from the Speed Force. And her going, run, Barry, run, you know?
Yeah.
I cried. I was emotional. This one, it was very tense. It was very, push everything up to 11. The beginning was wonderful. This was way more, effects heavy and more flash than that was, emotion.
Yeah.
This was more spectacle, and that one was more special or heartfelt.
See, the thing, though, I would say is that between the two, episodes, the one, built me up.
Yeah.
Where this one, I feel like I was like, ooh, wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, I was just kind of, down here by the end of the alchemy thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'd like to be the other way around.
I mean, with the Kevin Smith episode, you kind of, if we're doing this, he's not writing these, he's directing, and you can definitely, I think you can definitely see a puppeteer, not puppeteer, you can see a director, you can see someone pushing them.
Yeah.
The actors just seem way more, willing to put themselves into a position that makes things just really tense. I like that. The scene with Cisco, when he's pushing, Barry, it wasn't he's been sad and mopey the whole time, but this was anger, he really hit Grant Gustin, he really pushed him. I like to think that is Kevin Smith saying, look, man, go for it, this is your chance to emote.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick between the two, it's 100% the Runaway Dinosaur for me.
For me as well.
Edgar says, hi guys, is Parkman/Greg Grunberg a meta? Is he here as a special guest actor or a recurring role? Well, Edgar, we have no idea.
No.
I'm
going to assume he's a special guest.
He would be a special guest, but his role could be reoccurring.
I'm worried, I guess, that he's going to be just one-off and then we won't see him anymore.
That would be really weird, I feel like.
I understand that, but they could just have another cop next time just show up.
It could have just been the captain.
It could have just been anybody else.
Yeah.
And if it was anyone else and he was just there and
it could have been the DA, girl. Right?
Nah, no, maybe-ish. I don't think DAs typically do that work.
No, but they question people sometimes and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but at the ending.
I'm saying, why bring him in if he's not, if we're not creating a new role? I feel that way. And see, it would seem strange if like
didn't they have Jason Mewes randomly in last time?
Yeah, but that was not one of the roles that you would see. Like it's implied that he's always been there and we've never seen him. Jason Mewes is some asshole at Big Belly Burger. They got his car broken, you know. Like and it wasn't even his car; it was his mom's car. I'm just saying, like I can imagine never having to see him again. This character, I feel like, I wonder where he is. Is he around the corner?
So if it had been any other actor, though, and we just never saw him again, would you have any question of it?
I also would have felt like, we'll probably see this person more. That was the Q&A. You guys can go to twitter.com/blindwave and enter in your Q&A questions for next week. Next week is going to be the crossover.
Mm-hmm. And like I said in Supergirl episode, make sure you guys, we have hashtag Supergirl Q&A, Flash Q&A, Arrow, and LOT. Right?
Yeah.
So we have all those so we can have questions.
LOT Q&A.
Yeah. So we can talk about all this stuff throughout the week.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. Maybe it's a good thing that we'll kind of like break away and tell a big story. I mean, when you think about it, that's 4
hours.
40-minute shows.
Yeah.
Like that's long. It's pretty much 2 hours. It's
like a movie.
It's longer than a movie.
Man, we're going to get a movie. A TV movie. They should take them and just put them all together. Like if they actually connected, they sold it on a DVD.
However, with no setup, because we're not gonna get anything until Supergirl. Yeah. I imagine Supergirl is probably gonna be like
the startup of it, right?
Starting up, maybe like we might even get it towards like the end, like have like one of the those things that you always love Supergirl does. Like shit, I gotta watch the next thing. They might have like completely unrelated story, and then Barry's like, Supergirl, we need help.
Maybe
See,
the thing I'm wondering is something happening with Supergirl's planet? Because they're on a different planet, and she we gotta get a hold of Barry and have him help us.
And then Barry calls everybody.
Are they here and like Barry's like, Supergirl, we need you, and she goes there.
If I had to imagine, it's probably going to be something like that, because I imagine that the threat will be to the 3 other shows Earth, and Supergirl's will be.
They're trying. They like, we need help. We'll pull her. We know her. Vibe, get her in here.
Yeah, because she had a problem. She just fucking call Superman. Well, she doesn't call Flash, but if he has a problem, she's gonna call Supergirl.
But I'm excited. I
am also excited.
Yeah. And then right now with Supergirl, the way they have things set up too, like, I don't think Magon's going to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Mon-El maybe not too, because he's maybe still healing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he works with that. And no one knows about the Guardian, so it's got to be just Supergirl coming over, right?
Yeah. Honestly, like...
And Martian Manhunter's got his thing on.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I was saying, like, honestly, I kind of wish I would have seen last week's Legends of Tomorrow, like, right after this episode. And it's like our friends from 2016 are our help. And you're like, fuck yeah,
Yeah. And then that's leading into the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least Steele's going to have a suit, probably.
Ooh, yeah, he will. That'd be sweet. I'm excited.
I'm
excited!
Steele on.
Poll! Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, we got to do a poll. Poll! Were you disappointed? Killer Frost's
motivation?
Evilness is stupid. Do you think it robs Caitlin of a choice?
Yeah.
Like, I really dislike that. Of everything that's happened, that's the thing I'm probably most disappointed in. Or should we say, are you more disappointed in the alchemy reveal or Killer Frost's motivation? What if they're not disappointed, though? You gotta be! You can't not, right? You have to choose. Are you more disappointed in one or the other?
People just won't vote. They're like, I'm not disappointed in either one.
We'll make that an option. Now, you can go to patreon.com/blindwave, find the poll. The poll is, what were you most disappointed in? Caitlin Frost's, come with me here. Killer Frost's, evil motivation. Were you disappointed in the alchemy reveal, or were you disappointed in nothing? You loved it. I loved every episode. I loved the whole episode. It was great.
What if they're disappointed in both?
You gotta pick one. The question is more.
Oh.
Aaron. By the way, we love The Flash. When we're negative on an episode, it's because we love it so much. We expect so much from it. Mm-hmm. And Aaron, I expect you to end this video before I get real angry.
You don't get angry.
Oh my god. What have I done? Oh god, Aaron! Aaron! Oh! Little boy! Why'd you go so soon? If only I could tell you to go to Patreon! No!